Right now, a lot of people are paying $1,500 to live in places they barely get to live in. So, what does $400 get you somewhere that actually feels alive? I lived in Dominican Republic for 4 years, multiple cities, multiple neighborhoods. And this, in Sanche Isabelita and Santo Domingo Este, is one of the most misunderstood types of neighborhoods you'll find. Now, let me show you why. There's this thing that people talk about. They work, they pay rent, they come home, and everything technically works. I know that that's the rat race. I understand. But it doesn't feel like anything, if that makes sense. There's no rhythm to it. There's no presence to it. There's no sense of being a part of something bigger, community. That feeling, that's what makes videos like this interesting, even if you never plan on moving. Because sometimes the question isn't, is it better? It's, what does different actually feel like? So let me transition to the map. So this neighborhood is in Sanche Isabelita and Santo Domingo Este. Now this is near Avenida España. This is near, obviously, the ocean, the Malecón. And it's not like a huge tourist zone. Tourists don't really come through here often. And it's not a huge expat pocket. Most expats don't come over here. It's just Dominican life. And that matters a lot more than people actually realize. Now here's what $400 or $500 actually gets you in this neighborhood. 2 bedrooms, concrete construction that's normal for this country, tile floors, a gated community. It's not luxury, but it's solid. And you're just minutes away from the ocean. In a city where oceans is the main attraction, like Miami, something like this could cost you $3,000. That's the contrast here. Now here's the part that makes this bigger than just rent. Because some people, they just want quiet, control, predictability. They don't want to be dealing with people. They just want something just like that. And other people, they just want to be immersed in the culture. They want the noise. They want the music. They want the neighbors outside. They don't mind the kids playing. They don't mind the colmado open late playing merengue and bachata. And people out there drinking, having fun, and talking. Neither of those is wrong. But most people don't realize which one they actually prefer until they experience both of them. That's what actually makes this bigger than just DR. Because it's about how you want to live. Me personally, I've lived in Piantini, I lived in Naco, I lived in Ciudad Juan Bosch, I lived in Los Mameyes, San Francisco de Macorís. I've lived here. And I've lived in different areas in the same city. And to me, this is the most comfortable for someone who might be coming with little experience in the Dominican culture, but still is going to put you in the middle of Dominican culture. The biggest mistake that people make when they're evaluating places like this is they ask things like, is this comfortable? Instead of asking, who would I actually become living here? Because your environment changes you. Just little by little, it's not overnight, but you'll start to walk more, you'll start to talk more, you'll start to hear more, you'll start to be outside more. That's the real difference. So, my question to you is, would you actually live here for $400? And be honest. And if not, what would you need to change for it to be a yes? because that answer is going to say more about you than it does about the neighborhood itself. Now, like I said, I lived in this area, right? I mean, these apartments here, they're actually really nice. This is a good part of town. This is Google Maps. You can see it says 7 years ago. So it doesn't actually look like that now. It looks better because some of those buildings weren't even finished. But the good thing about this area is you're right on the Malecon for Santo Domingo Este, right? So you're literally walking distance from the ocean if you live in this area. And then you have 2 supermarkets there. You have Olay. They have Jumbo now. They didn't at first, but they just built it, and they built that fast. But then you also have all kind of bars, colmados, vape stores, food places, restaurants, so much that you can do just right there. Literally, if you're in this area, you don't have to go anywhere else in town unless you really want to. It literally has everything. Pool, they have the aquarium there as well. The weekends, there's so much to do on the weekends, and that's what I mean about environment. When people are looking for a place to stay, a lot of people are looking for something where they can feel comfortable and be in like their bubble, and then they go out and they have fun. But I know that there's those people that want to get out